We now return. God damn this game. Actually, what is this? That was just a letter. We now return to escape from Monkey Island.
It's an old cracked sword. It's a packing sponge.
Don't move!
It's a large packing sponge. There seems to be something inside. It's a music box.
Mighty bank robber!
It's a cute little music box. Hey, there's a bottle of fine grog behind this music box.
I'll never give up!
Your lawyers have negotiated a settlement. Now drop everything and come out.
My lawyers are fired.
It's a bottle of the 67 Chateau de Spittle. A fine vintage grog with an insouciant flavor and a saucy aftertaste. This hanky has PP embroidered on it. I highly doubt that this belonged to Grandpa Marley. Ew, this thing reeks.
I'm Guy Brush mighty bank robber!
Wow, these little sponges really expand. I don't think that would help anything. Wow, these little sponges really expand.
Okay. You know what? I think...
I want all of it, and don't forget the loot behind the counter!
Pick that up, please. What are you doing?
I'll never give up!
If I could open it, I wouldn't be trapped in here.
Down on the floor!
Well, I can't remove it with my bare hands. It's one of the hinges that holds this door in place. Well, I can't remove it with my bare hands.
I'll never give up!
So this, I think, is where we use the sponges. There's another sponge. How many sponges are there?
Don't need to try it, pug!
That doesn't need a sponge. That doesn't need a sponge. That doesn't need a sponge.
I feel like we use these.
Nobody leaves until I get all the loot.
Let's see, do we use... Maybe we use the sponges and combine them?
I don't think that would help anything. Wow, these little sponges really expand. I don't think that would help anything.
So I think what we're supposed to do is put those sponges into the hinges and then make them expand.
There's one criminal more nefarious than me, and that's Pink-Nosed Pete.
Wow, these little sponges really expand.
Okay, but...
Don't be a hero.
I can't use this. That doesn't need a sponge. That doesn't need a sponge. That doesn't need a sponge. I can't reach it. I guess this grog is too mellow to eat through this hinge. That doesn't need a sponge. That doesn't need a sponge. That doesn't need a sponge. I broke the hinge off, but I broke the sword too.
Just send out the
There we
hostages,
go,
and I'll
with the
see what I
crack.
can do for you.
Never!
That didn't get me anywhere. Well, the crack is too small.
So we start with the small one, expand it.
The
Okay.
lawyers have negotiated a settlement. Now drop
crack is
everything
too
and
small.
come out.
What do you mean the crack is too
Lawyers are
small?
fired.
The sword seems to be widening the crack a bit. With the sword jammed in there, the gap is larger.
Don't be a hero.
The lawyers have negotiated a settlement. Now drop everything and come out.
My lawyers are fired. I'll never give up.
I think I'm getting close. The door looks ready to pop.
Down on the floor.
Can we just do all of them? Okay.
So long, suckers. And remember, you've just been robbed by Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey! Where'd he go?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Get him!
Ah!
You're under arrest, Mr. Threepwood. Right. Down to the jailhouse with you. All right, you. Didn't your mum ever explain that bank robbery isn't nice?
It wasn't me, it was the no-nosed bandit.
Right. No-nosed bandit. Or perhaps it was the guy we caught red-handed. You! Although we haven't found the loot yet.
You'll find it with the real robber, so let me go and get cracking.
Detective work isn't my job. If you want to clear your name, you've got a few things to do.
Okay, what?
I need the perpetrator, I need proof he was at the scene of the crime, and I need proof that he committed the crime.
You know, it'd be a lot easier if I could just bribe you.
I'll ignore that, Threepwood. Around here, we do things by the book. Now, since this is your first offense, you'll be placed under house arrest.
I get to go back to the mansion and play with Timmy?
No, you are confined to Luca Island. You are not permitted to leave until and unless you are cleared of the crime of bank robbery. To make sure you don't leave, you are required to wear the voodoo anklet of extreme discomfort.
I was wondering about that. It's rather uncomfortable. Can you loosen it?
Well, that wouldn't be the point then, would it? It gets a lot more uncomfortable if you try to leave the island.
At least I'm not in jail. Inspector?
Yes?
Just for the sake of argument, what would it take to prove my innocence?
Well, since you don't have an alibi, you'd have to turn the finger of blame towards the real culprit.
Great! How do I do that?
Off the top of my head, I can think of three things that would do the job. A, new evidence would have to surface linking the so-called real perpetrator to the crime. 2, the stolen bank loot would have to be recovered. And Z, the real criminal would have to be caught and brought to justice.
That should be a piece of cake for a pirate with a keen analytical mind like myself.
I'll keep your cell warm.
How's the investigation going?
What investigation? You were caught red-handed. I'm just waiting for the judge.
Oh. I'm innocent. It was the no-nosed pirate that robbed the bank.
Who? Peg-nosed Pete. Listen, if I had a monkey for every time some penny ante crook tried to pin their criminal malfeasance on Peg-nosed Pete, I'd have enough monkeys to work out a reasonable sequel to Hamlet by now.
So what you're saying is that you don't believe me?
No.
Why don't you believe that Peg-nosed Pete robbed the bank?
Because, Mr. Threepwood, it's just not Peg-Nose's style. If Peg-Nose had robbed a bank, he would have snuck in under the cover of darkness, used a clever series of weights and pulleys to open the vault, and would have absconded with the loot without leaving a trace of his presence. Peg-Nosed Pete would never simply enter a bank in the middle of the day, waving a pistol around like a common thug. It's beneath him.
You're not going to lift a finger to help me, are you?
No.
But what about justice?
Haven't you heard? Justice is blind.
Not to mention lazy, apparently.
Quiet, you.
Where can I find Peg-nosed Pete?
If I knew that, he'd be locked up right now.
Because he framed me for robbing the bank?
No, because he's wanted for approximately 300 other crimes on Luca Island.
Well,
Can you remove this voodoo anklet? I really need to get back to my wife.
Sorry, you're stuck on this island until your trial arrives, or until you manage to prove that you're innocent.
When can I expect my trial?
As soon as the judge returns.
Great, when's that?
He should be back within a few weeks, when his vacation's over.
A few weeks? I need to get back to Melee Island today.
Well, I guess you should have thought of that before you went and robbed that bank now, shouldn't you?
But I'm innocent.
Tell it to the judge.
Well, I better get out there and prove my innocence.
We do have
Stay out
one
of trouble.
piece of evidence.
Oh, Inspector, I think you'll find this interesting.
What's this?
It's a stinky hanky that belongs to the real bank robber.
Who? Peg-Nosed Pete. Wouldn't prove he was the perpetrator. To do that, you'd need to prove Peg-Nose had the loot in his possession.
Rats. Hey, I should bring Meat Hook here. You'd like this place. It's good to see that Lucre Island doesn't mollycoddle its criminal element. Iron Maiden! Excellent! I have no idea why I said that. Ew, greasy. I guess they use it on these Iron Maiden spikes to allow smooth impaling.
Let's take it. What else do we have here? Aside from Otis, of course.
Now there's a manly pirate. It says, Contra leges marinas latrocinium maris est. I think that means, actually I have no idea what it means.
Can we get behind the desk before we go talk to Otis? I guess not, huh?
Otis, what are you doing here?
I'm a victim of society.
Let me guess, you were framed, right?
How did you know?
Just a hunch.
Some old guy with a weird accent accused me of stealing flowers from his front yard.
What is it with you and flowers?
It's a plot, I tell you. People are to make me seem less fearsome and piratey by accusing me of being the kind of pirate who likes to pick flowers.
If it's any comfort, Otis, I never found you all that fearsome to begin with.
Go pick a pack of posies.
When are you due to be released?
He'll be released just about the same time you prove your innocence.
Hey, just because my captain is a notorious bank robber, there's no reason to take it out on me.
Otis!
Jace?
You're not helping. I'm feeling an incredible feeling of deja vu.
Would it help if I gave you a breath mint?
Wait, it's past. See you later, Otis.
You're gonna get me out of here, right?
One assumes we have to. But you never know. That looks like... what's her face?
That's a very aesthetically pleasing fountain, I think.
Why, hello there, Brittany.
Oh, hi. Why do you sound like a sick kraken?
Oh, sorry. Sorry you lost your job.
Oh, it's all right. I didn't like working at that bank much anyway. I've always really wanted to be in show business.
What kind of show business?
I want to be a singer and have my own backup dancers. I don't have any skills or experience. But I figure, with the right attitude, there's no stopping me.
Then why were you wasting away at the bank?
I was making ends meet while I put my act together. Guess I needed the push. I was getting too wrapped up in the whole financial system thing.
Me too. Maybe we could start an act together.
I don't think so. I'm looking for someone a little more...
Piratey?
Cool.
Hope that works out for you. What are you gonna do now?
Well, I always wanted to get into show business.
Hope that works out for you. Is it too late to open an account?
You're funny, Mr. Threepwood. The bank is no concern of mine anymore.
I know someone who has a crush on you. That Castaneda fellow. You know, the chess player.
Oh, yes, I know. Poor Santos. He's so tragically intense. Macho, but sensitive. But he's so busy playing that stupid old game with his buddy. It's like I don't exist sometimes. Hey, I have a dream. Want to hear it? Someday, when I'm rich and famous, he'll look up from that chessboard for a second and suddenly realize what he missed out on. Ironic, huh?
Okay.
Well, I have manly things to do in a sensitive way. Bye.
So I'm not sure what we need to do to get that. Dude, I don't even know why we need the clock. I don't remember that at all whatsoever. I don't suppose we can sneak into the back of the jail. No. House O Sticks.
It's the door to the House O Sticks. It's a barrel of sticks. Just another barrel of sticks. Slightly irregular and blemished sticks. 40% off marked price. There's so many to choose from, I can't decide. These sticks look perfectly fine to me.
To the untrained eye, they might. Those sticks didn't pass our rigid quality assurance
Freddy,
process.
where's my new walking stick?
It's right over here, Mr. Mandrill. A brand new cane, hand-carved to the exact specifications of your previous stick.
It better be, or I'll buy up your putrid little shop and replace it with something useful, like a public urinal.
I take it that you'll be putting this on your tab, Mr. Mandrill?
What do you think?
Did he drop over there?
You know, if I weren't a peaceable sort, I'd whack that gentleman over the head with one of my sticks. I wouldn't stop whacking until his brains leaked out all over my rustic, hand-polished hardwood floor. Yep,
But you're a peaceable sort, right?
yep.
Good shape.
If I had a hamster, I could use this stuff for bedding.
Come up. Alright, what else we got over here?
It is very important to choose a walking stick that fits your body, lifestyle, and temperament. Your walking stick should be no more than waist high and hefty enough to support 50% of your body weight. Active people should choose a stick that corresponds with the type of activity. Boring. I guess I don't want a walking stick that bad.
Well, we're gonna need to do something, surely.
This must be Freddy's calculator. It's Freddy's stick catalog. Why would I want to look through the catalog when I've got the real thing right here? Pirates don't need calculators.
Besides, it's not yours to take, Sonny.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate. What's your racket?
Most people around here call me Freddy, which is a sensible thing to do, considering that it's my name and all. I carve walking sticks.
I wouldn't think that a walking stick shop could support itself on a pirate-infested island.
Well, under normal circumstances, I might agree with that sentiment. But lately, Lucre Island's been experiencing an influx of tourists, gawkers, and other assorted outsiders. They're always more than eager to purchase my authentic pirate walking sticks at a reasonable markup, of course. Besides which, I can always depend on Mr. Mandrill to break a few dozen sticks a week. He's been single-handedly keeping me in business for months.
So the walking stick market is booming, is that it?
Well, now, I wouldn't exactly call it booming, but it's putting food on the table. And if Mr. Mandrill ever pays off his tab, I can retire.
Can you help me? I can't decide which walking stick is right for me.
Well, now, in order to choose the right stick, we'll need to know a little about your walking stick needs. Where do you expect to be doing most of your walking?
Amidst dense Caribbean jungles.
Ah, the adventurous type. And how many people would you expect to be walking with?
I'll probably be by myself.
I sort of figured that might be the case. How long will you be walking on average?
8 hours, 23 minutes, 37 seconds.
Very good. Well then, taking all your answers into consideration, not to mention the numerous personal observations I've made of your movements, I believe that the perfect walking stick for you would be the Wiebelfester 9000 Rainforest Deluxe. As luck would have it, we've got dozens of them in stock.
Okay.
No need to make a racket ringing that bell, I'm right here. No need to make a racket ringing that bell, I'm right here. No need to make
All
a
right, all
racket
right.
ringing that bell.
Thought maybe
I'm
he would
right
give it to
here.
me if I rang it enough. So we obviously need to do something, give him the right answers to those questions so that we can get the stick that we need. Question is, what are those answers and why do we need it? Grassy knoll.
I better keep clear of this before I get accused of another crime I didn't commit.
Can't go that way? Okay, fine.
Whoever lives here must be pretty small. I thought that laundry got hung up after it was cleaned. But that laundry's not my size. Nice hatchet. I'm not picking that up. Whew! This stand is excessively odoriferous. Be glad this game doesn't have support for smell generation. This perfume has a neat stripe running through it.
Oh, that's new candy cane perfume. It smells nice, and it's edible.
That's a nice blue hue.
'Tis the smell of the sea in a bottle.
This is a very pink and very feminine looking perfume.
Yes, that is L'eau de la fleur, the perfect perfume for the most feminine of ladies, or the least masculine of males.
What else do we have here?
This perfume has a neat stripe running through it.
Oh, that's
no,
new
not that one. I
candy
wanted the
cane
swirly
perfume.
one.
It smells nice, and it's edible.
Hey, stop that! It's a pile of empty perfume spritzer bottles. It's a full bottle of perfume. Phew, this stuff smells bad, even for a pirate. Phew, this stuff smells bad, even for a pirate.
I feel like we gotta use this on him, but...
What do you think of this?
That's our featured fragrance, Eau de la Chuck.
It smells awful.
We prefer to refer to it as earthy.
Am I in your way? Can I... Okay, I guess I can just take it. Awesome.
What's with all the spritzing, mate?
Welcome to Sense and Sensibilities, where subtle fragrances from exotic lands transport you to worlds of romance and delight. My name is Hugo, and I am a licensed aromatherapist. Can Hugo interest you in one of our fine perfumes, colognes, or aftershaves?
Aren't you a little piratey for a perfume salesman?
Hugo's not a pirate. Hugo's a model citizen, making a positive economic contribution to the economic well-being of Luca Island.
Uh-huh. You sure look like a pirate to me.
But Hugo's not a pirate. Not anymore, leastways.
How do you stop being a pirate?
By taking Ozzy Mandrill's Pirate Re-Education Mail Order Correspondence course.
What's that?
It's a miracle, it is. In 3 weeks, it taught Hugo how to channel his destructive antisocial urges into more constructive avenues.
Like selling scented bathwater.
Precisely.
Why would you want to quit being a pirate in the first place?
Because Hugo could read the writing on the wall. Hugo saw that the pirate lifestyle was being marginalised by powerful outside interests. Hugo decided to get out while the getting was good.
Yeah. Doesn't Hugo miss being a pirate?
Not especially, no. Although sometimes Hugo misses the wind in his face. And the wenches. And Hugo misses the grog. And the decks covered with the blood of Hugo's enemies. But other than that, no, not a thing.
Eep. You wouldn't happen to have seen a no-nosed pirate run by here with a sack of loot, would you?
No, but Hugo did see you run by here with a sack of loot.
When I ran by here with a sack of loot, which way was I going?
Towards the deepest forests of Lucre Island.
Thanks. What's that ungodly stench you've been exposing to unsuspecting passers-by?
That's our featured fragrance, Eau de la Chuck.
Who'd want to smell like LeChuck?
Oh, it's very popular among tourists wanting to capture that authentic swashbuckling mystique.
But LeChuck smelled like a rotting corpse.
We prefer to refer to it as earthy.
Eau de LeChuck's really that popular?
Oh, yes, sir. In the last few hours, Hugo's gone through dozens of sample bottles.
Smell you later.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come again.
I find it strange that they just let me walk away with it. But okay.
I'll just take one.
Okay. So I have a full one. Do I put the chicken grease in that?
Ew, greasy. I guess they use it on these Iron Maiden spikes to allow smooth impaling. I don't think that would help anything.
No. No, we don't. Okay. Moving on. So here's the law offices. Maybe I need to go talk to them again since now I have a case. I'll have to get them on board.
Yes?
What is it? We're quite busy.
I'd like to sue someone.
A lawsuit?
Did someone say lawsuit? That sounds
Intriguing.
Who do you want to sue?
And why?
I'd like to sue the ghost pirate LeChuck for emotional distress.
We can't sue a ghost. That'd be unethical.
Immoral.
And besides, there's no money in it.
I'd still like to sue someone.
Who do you want to sue?
And why?
Let's sue the electronic gaming industry for driving hardware requirements to ridiculous heights, even for simple adventure games.
What?
I have no idea why I just said that. I'd still like to sue someone.
Who do you want to sue?
And why?
I want to sue the twerp who's hurling boulders at my mansion.
First things first, Mr. Threepwood. We have to stop him.
Before we can sue him.
Well, I'll let you guys get back to work.
Please do.
Okay. That's not the way to do it. What other options do I have? Go to the bank. I still haven't been to the Palace of Prosthesis. I remember that being disturbing. You have to build a dummy out of prostheses, if I recall correctly.
Hey there, moneybags.
Very funny, Mr. Threepwood. Are you enjoying the money you stole?
It was the no-nosed man.
Well, I wish I had $1 for every time I've heard that. Of course, I used to, until you came along, that is.
Hey, I'm innocent.
Yes, right. And I'm a 20-carat brooch.
Enough about me. How's the banking business?
Oh, just great, thanks to you. Now I'm broke, and nobody on this island will trust me with their money ever again. What am I going to do now?
Well, you could have a bake sale.
I've only met one person who could sell pastries to pirates, and he's in real estate.
You could steal enough to start your bank again.
I'm a banker. I don't know anything about stealing.
I'll find the guy who did it and wreak vengeance upon his soul.
That won't help me much, but watching you fall on a sword would be entertaining.
Let's talk about something else. Have you seen someone go by here carrying a bag of loot?
What does he look like?
Sort of like me.
Yes, I've seen him, but he didn't have a bag with him.
Really? Where?
I'm looking at him!
That got pretty close to Professor Farnsworth there.
When are you going to reopen the bank?
Inspector Kennard won't let me inside, so even if I could afford to reopen it, I'm not allowed.
Why aren't you allowed inside?
The inspector says that it's a crime scene and needs to remain sealed until the case is closed.
Then why are you hanging around here? You look kind of suspicious to me.
I didn't rob the bank, if that's what you're insinuating.
I don't know. Most robberies are inside jobs.
Maybe. But all criminals return to the scene of the crime. And here you are.
Let's break in.
Unlike you, I respect authority and law. No one will enter the bank until the crime is solved.
Let's talk about something else. I hear my parole officer calling. See you later.
Alright.
Wow, Lucretown is a sewage system. How nice is that? I wonder if I can get into the bank through here. It's just too heavy for me to pull open on my own.
I don't believe I can use the sword as leverage, but you never know. Ah, we can.
Oh, crud. I dropped the sword into the sewers. Oh, well. Now it's a broken and very stinky sword. Wow. What a very deep, dark hole. Not to mention smelly. Whew. On second thought, I don't think I want to go down there for any reason. There's something scratched into the bottom of this. It says, Mindy loves Fred. But scratched out right next to that, it says, Jerry loves Mindy. What a weird place to profess your love for someone.
Alright. We have a manhole cover for some reason. Here we go. First, let's go up to the observation deck. There's no reason to be up there, apparently.
Palace O Prosthesis. It's a basket of finely crafted prosthetic limbs. It's a false leg made of porcelain. Ugh. It's a wooden hand.
I heard that. I hope you're planning to pay for that hand. It ain't cheap.
Actually, I don't have a dime.
Well, then, you'd best be putting it back then, eh, Tiger?
Sorry. I haven't seen so many pointy things in one place since my last dental checkup.
Welcome to the Palace of Prosthesis, home of the no detection, no infection, no rejection 30-day guarantee. You smell new. Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Well, you don't smell so mighty to me.
What?
In fact, you smell kind of flowery.
What?
Heck, I can smell your lilacs and lilies aftershave even through my stuffy nose.
Wow, you're good.
Oh, I'm Dave. Around here they call me Dead-Eye Dave. I'm the Tri-Island area's foremost expert in anatomical approximation.
So, how's the prosthetics business?
It's been better.
Let me guess. An Australian land developer is using strong-arm tactics to try and buy up your business.
What? Where'd you get a weird idea like that?
Well, I just figured...
Well, you figured wrong. Australia, what kind of a name is that anyway?
Never mind. So what is wrong with your business?
My monkey left me.
Okay, I'll bite. What was so important about your missing monkey?
Because Pongo handled all my paperwork and deliveries. He was the only one who understood my back office's automated filomatic filing system. Without him, I have no idea which orders go with which customers. It's really upsetting my regular clientele.
That's terrible. Have you heard from your filing monkey since he disappeared?
What's he gonna do? Send me a postcard?
Not to be insensitive, but are you blind?
Do I look blind?
I don't know. The twin eye patches could be some sort of hip new pirate fashion statement.
Of course I'm blind, you lilac-scented party waste!
Sorry.
Don't give it a second thought. My other senses more than compensate for my lack of sight. For example, I usually can identify my customers by their distinctive individual odors.
So because I got spritzed, I now have that scent, and now I've got to come up with my own scent to give me something else.
You can recognize people by their smell?
Usually no problem. Today, though, my nose is stuffed up because I got a bit of a cold. So I can only recognize amplified odors, like the lilac aftershave you've generously applied to your face. Fortunately, my hearing's still sharper than a barge full of bunnies.
Okay.
So how sharp is your hearing anyway, Baldy?
Sharp enough, Binky.
I'm looking for some gifts for my differently abled pirate friends.
Then you've come to the right place. What kinds of prostheses did you have in mind?
How about something in a fashionable peg leg?
You're in luck. We've just received several baskets of steady leg ivory pegs with rubber stoppers. They're 20 doubloons apiece.
That'd be great, if I had any money. What kind of hooks are the cool pirates wearing this season?
Oh, a traditionalist. Well, nothing says yo-ho-ho in a bottle of rum quite like our Quick Gut 2000 line of hooks. Today we're having a sale. Buy one hook for 30 doubloons and get a replacement hook for free.
That's a little bit out of my range. What have you got in affordable prosthetic hands?
Well, if you're not too discriminating, there's a basket of slightly malformed redwood hands over there. We're letting them go at 5 doubloons a pop.
Gee, that does sound good. Almost wish I was carrying some money. Frankly, I'm in the market for a prosthetic nose.
Sorry, we're fresh out. It's shocking how quickly my regular customers blow through those things.
What have you got that's free?
Free? What do you think I'm running, a charity?
What can I say? I'm broke.
Okay, you've appealed to my sense of generosity. Here's what I'll do. I'll let you have one of my untested, unguaranteed, unapproved experimental prosthetic devices.
Neat. What kind of prosthetic devices are we talking about?
I'll let you choose. Through a story.
Huh?
Humor me. Once upon a time, there was a pirate named...
Jerry?
Jerry. Jerry had his eye on a pirate princess named...
Mindy?
Mindy. Sadly, Mindy's finger was already wearing the engagement ring of a bounder named...
Fred?
Yeah, Fred.
Well?
Well, what?
What happened?
Realizing that beauty was only skin deep, she married the ugliest man in town. The end.
What a dreadful story.
I know. Here's your free experimental prosthesis.
What is it?
This is something special. It's a sample of my newly created, ultra-stretchy, one-size-fits-all prosthetic skin.
Ew.
With just a few square feet of this miracle substance, a pirate can replace all the skin he's lost during a lifetime of sword fighting, knife fighting, keel hauling, and the occasional flogging. And it comes complete with a set of tiny hooks for easy attachment.
I repeat. Ew.
Alright, so there were bold words there, which I think implies the gifts that we can get. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure this one out.
I'm looking for a no-nosed pirate thief.
Well, we certainly get a lot of those around here.
Thieves?
No, no-nosed pirates.
Really?
Oh my, yes. You'd be amazed how often pirates lose their honkers. Does this pirate thief of yours have a name?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's too bad. Of course, even if I knew the pirate's name, it probably wouldn't matter. Without Pongo, I wouldn't be able to retrieve your pirate's file.
See you later.
That makes one of us.
Alright, well. Need to have information about that one.
It's some sort of document. The name on it says Bartholomew C. Meepy. It has all sorts of useless information, such as prosthetic prescriptions, address, phone number, allergies.
Alright, I don't need that. No doubt I'll be looking for an actual bit of information for someone in particular. Which I do not have that information yet. See, let's go, before we go out, let's see if we can't talk to you.
Hey!
Yes?
Brittany!
Brittany, where?
Ooh, good move.
Don't tell me you're gonna count that!
You bet your bonny butt I am.
You unbelievable jerk!
Who was it told me that rules are rules, Turbo?
Fine. You wanna see a move? Here's a move!
I cannot do anything right now. Are we stuck here? You were fucking kidding me. Alright. The game is stuck. For the second time. I'll see you next time.